everybody, and welcome T2 Challenge Season 2. I'm Mark Thompson, along with the High Performance Director of USA Table Tennis, Sean O'Neill at ICC Milpitas, California. Team Omega, much need of a win. LYU Boliang is going to represent them against ZHENG Pu today, Sean, in what should be a real good matchup.
Well, we got two great players from the Bay Area going head-to-head. Got shake hands versus penholder. Should be extremely exciting.
We got lefty versus righty as well. LYU Boliang is a right-hander, two-wing looper against the left-hander, Pu Zheng, who is an offensive player as well. As you note, Sean, he does play with the pen-hold style, which is something we've seen a little bit of in T2 Season 2 Challenge here. But we'll definitely get an opportunity. We see him warming up there with the backhand on the penhold. That always fascinates me, that people are able to really control that backhand with the penhold style.
Yeah, so you will see with Pu Zheng, not only will he be blocking on the backhand side, but he'll be top spinning and smashing as well. That's the benefit of the penholder grip really advancing over the number of years to become an offensive weapon.
Best of 7, of course, it is T2 rules, no deuce, and the clock is running here as game 1 is underway, and it is ZHENG Pu who ends up with the early lead here in game
1. Look for both these players really to work hard to get their forehand loops into play and then use the backhand more to help set it up.
LYU Boliang out of Pleasanton, California with the serve in a 1-1 tie. And LYU was able to step out over the table and force the issue there to take a 2-1 lead here in game 1. Oh, nice loop that time down the line to the forehand side of Zheng, but unfortunately he was unable to handle it for him. Now down 3-1.
And there's the powerful forehand loop of Zheng. Very strong, nice cross court, a lot of tempo, a lot of pace, a lot of spin.
I like the way he serves the ball too, Sean. He's got a lot of movement on the ball in his serves.
It reminds me of the international player Xu Xin from China, lefty penholder as well. A lot of wrist action as he's putting that ball into play.
Zheng evens things up at 3 here in game 1. Serve comes back across to LYU Boliang.
Oh, beautiful over the table loop by LYU. Again, solid balance, able to go in either direction, chose to go cross court into the backhand.
Really good power there, up 4-3 now with the serve. It's a good backhand that time by LYU. Get it onto the table and unable to handle it with Zheng, and now finds himself down by 2, 5-3.
Oh, nice third ball attack by Zheng. LYU able to reach over the table, put some pressure cross court. Zheng took a half step, got his forehand loop into play.
Oh, great forehand that time, going down deep to dig it out and drive it on the table was Zheng, and he ties things up at 5. Tremendous athleticism there from ZHENG Pu.
And LYU had a very nice backhand block in there, but Zheng able to keep the attack on his side of the court.
And able to get that forehand on after a couple of good ones, but it looked like he jammed himself a little bit there. Sean, but it was up high and in tight to the body, couldn't handle it. And LYU is now down 5-6.
Great placement there, right in that transition point. Excellent attack by LYU.
Yeah, when LYU is able to step out over the table and drive that forehand, he's got great power. We've seen a number of examples here in game 1 of that already. good quick shot that time by Liu to take a 7-6 lead here in game one.
Just nice job reaching over the table, super position.
Evening things back up. We're Zheng, and with the serve at 7-7 is Liu Boliang. 28 years of age, 25-18 is his USATT rating coming into this match. Good serve there. Into the net goes Zheng, and now at 8-7 with the lead is Liu Boliang. Oh, great job that time, Sean. I think of digging it out of the body by Liu Boliang. That looked like that was a difficult ball to handle, right on the elbow, and he's able to get it back on the table.
Great body work and really solid balance.
Speaking of balance, that was a pretty good shot as well. And now with game point is Liu Boliang. And that does it for game one. Liu Boliang, a 11-7 victory in game one, takes a 1-0 lead in the best of 7 matchups. We get another look at that game-winning point.
And really nice forehand flip off the serve. It really set up the follow-up forehand loop. Ball comes over, just again, powering it wide into the backhand. Zheng really not able to do much other than put his racket on the ball, but very strong play by Liu Boliang.
You can tell by his body language, very happy with that victory in game one. Of course, Team Alpha, being represented by Liu Boliang in this match, comes in with a relatively sizable lead, 11-8 in points in this, what is a team matchup, Sean, here in this T2 Challenge Season 2. It is the team that wins this overall regional event that is going to advance to the finals. So whether you're on Team Alpha or Team Omega, you're certainly cheering for your teammates. And for Team Omega, don't want to say that they're down for the count, but their back is definitely to the wall. This is a big match for ZHENG Pu and his teammates, Team Omega.
And again, the team is made up of not just the players here in the Bay Area at ICC, but throughout the country in all the earlier matches we've seen.
Oh, and a great start here by Liu Boliang as he's able, once again, I see him step out over the table like that. When he does and gets extension, he can gun it for sure.
Yeah. He's not looking to really extend the rally. He's looking to finish it. He's got some firepower for sure.
Good touch that time by Zheng, and evens things up at 1 here in game 2. Down 1-0. Now taking his first lead of game 2 is ZHENG Pu, who, as noted, is from Milpitas, California, where we are today at ICC, the great club in Milpitas.
Oh, great placement there by Liu, taking it wide out to the forehand. Very difficult for a lefty who normally will stay in their backhand corner to cover that wide angle.
That was not only good placement, tremendous touch that time by Liu Boliang to win that point. More touch there, and taking a 3-2 lead is Liu Boliang and the serve. Oh, great point. Hanging tough that time was ZHENG Pu. Had a couple of difficult shots, including the one on which he won the point, Sean, where again that ball looked really tight to the body, but was able to adjust at the last moment and get it back on the table.
He really had to do a little bit of some elbow work in order to get his paddle on such a jammer type of shot there.
Really liked the serve that time from ZHENG Pu. You can see by, you talk about his wrist movement, that is, it's all on the wrist, I guess, because he really spun that one off on the serve.
Oh, that's a nice, powerful shot there by Zheng. Just really took a nice wind up, good spin, speed, control, but but a lot of power as well.
Drawing back within one is Liu Boliang, and the serve, keeping an eye on the T2 clock. Over 14 minutes still, but that's an important element in this team matchup. Well, here we go again, Sean, stepping out over the table. Liu Boliang, when he does that, you talk about being on the defensive. You're just trying to save your life at that point.
Yeah, if you can put your paddle on the ball, that's pretty good. Liu Boliang just really having no difficulty with the short high balls. Net serve.
Oh, nice power that time by ZHENG Pu to retake the lead at 6-5. That ball bounced up high enough where he was able to kind of strike down on it with the loop action and just drive it behind Liu Boliang. Good job that time by Liu to stay with it, because the shot by ZHENG went off the edge. He was able to adjust his body, get it back on the table, and win the point.
Oh, nice deep serve there. ZHENG Pu looked like he might have been ready for it, but his feet hadn't moved out and just got really jammed on a deep serve.
That was a good changeup that time by Liu Boliang.
What great touch, great hands, able to give a little fade out to the wide forehand. ZHENG Pu knew that that wasn't going to be an easy ball to deal with.
Forehand loop that time by ZHENG Pu that was difficult to handle for Liu Boliang, and now at 8-7, down by a point. And the serve, ZHENG Pu, down by a game as well. Good defensive play that time by ZHENG, but you knew it was inevitable. The ball just kept bouncing up on a guy that can really drive it. And that's what Liu Boliang did on the win.
Yeah, it was just a matter of time before he played one ball wide out to the forehand of ZHENG Pu. You knew that wasn't coming back.
Another good serve that time by Liu. And now with game point here in game two is Liu Boliang. Trying to go up 2-0 here in the early going of this match with ZHENG Pu. And he does just that. Nice, again, step out over the table with kind of that driving forehand. Difficult to handle for ZHENG Pu, and now a 2-0 lead with the 11-7 win in game two for Liu Boliang.
And once again, we'll see here Liu Boliang off of the serve. He steps in, really, boom, right over the table. Excellent position, really fast, powerful. ZHENG Pu's going to have to do something different than pop that ball up short on the serve return.
Yeah, you can see that ZHENG wanted to kind of go with that soft touch down the forehand side of Liu Boliang, but you're right, Sean. It looked like to me that the ball didn't land quite as softly as ZHENG would have liked. It came up pretty high. And the second it comes up high in the middle of the table to Liu Boliang, we've seen it repeatedly in the first two games. He is very quick to step his entire, particularly his upper body, deep out over the table. And when he does that, he's in a perfect position to drive the ball. And it just looks like to me, if anything that is somewhat short that gets up high is going to be difficult for ZHENG to win the point.
And one thing, Mark, for any of the students watching the game wondering how he gets so much power, the key is don't overstep it. Don't come in behind the ball. Make sure you're to the side of the ball so that when you do get in position, you can really use your shoulders and forearm to really snap through it.
Oh, great start to game three here for ZHENG Pu. A couple of good shots that time and ends up with a 1-0 lead here in Game 3.
And it's not easy as a pen holder when you're off the table, really covering the whole court with just your forehand side.
Evening things back up. Liu Boliang. About 9:45 remaining on the T2 clock. Keep an eye on that because it's a critical factor in the team scoring. If you win without going to a fast 5, you pick up 2 points rather than just 1 as the winner. I like the way the return there from Zheng, but unfortunately, his second opportunity went off the top of the net and long, and now finds himself trailing down 2-0 and trailing 3-1 here in Game 3.
Again, Liu Boliang just really taking his time, putting ZHENG Pu really at odds during these rallies. He'll go wide out to the forehand, then he'll go to the middle. And that middle shot really handcuffs ZHENG Pu where he can't do anything with it. You can't see his big forehand counterattack. And then really, Liu can do whatever he wants with that final ball.
Oh, great shot that time by Liu after he went down the line on the forehand side. Looked like an excellent return by Zheng, but answering with the backhand was Liu Boliang, now up 5-2 here in Game 3.
Oh, that was a nice loop by Zheng right there. He has to work so hard to get that forehand into play once he gets off the table.
And Sean, you make an interesting point about left-handers playing out of their backhand corner, that the balls to their forehand side are sometimes difficult to get to.
Yeah, and then once you get to it, do you stay on the forehand side knowing that if another ball comes there, or do you get back to kind of protect home base in that backhand side? So not easy, and credit Liu with playing a lot of balls in the middle to make it even more difficult. And once again, right on that last point, on the mark, out to the forehand and then jam it deep into the middle. Very difficult to get around that ball and play 2 forehands.
Now Liu Boliang opening up a 4-point lead here in Game 3, up 2-0, 7-3 with the serve. Unable to get that backhand on the table was ZHENG Pu. He took a couple really solid whacks at it, but the last one, unfortunately, long, and now down by 5 here in Game 3.
Again, Liu so strong on the short game. And where it really shows is after that ball gets extended and then you get the pop-up or the loose ball where he can jump onto it either with his forehand or backhand loops.
Well, unfortunate swing and the miss that time gives game point to Liu Boliang with the serve here in Game 3, trying to go up 3-0. And drives it right to the net. So take that if you're ZHENG Pu right now. Take a couple more of those.
Oh, what a nice over-the-table loop there by ZHENG Pu. Just really rocketed that forehand.
Yeah, I like the fact that he's kind of on the ropes there, and he just went ahead and swung with the fences and drove that one long gone. Oh, great point. It's off the edge on game point for LYU Boliang. Got a bit of a break there. It looked like it hit the very edge of the table, Sean, here on game point.
Both these players really going power to power. Lou able to keep a couple balls in with his back, but then he gets his forehand into play. And as you said, Mark, was somehow able to find the edge of the table out to the forehand side.
Oh, it's great. You know, look at that replay, Sean. It's a great example. You've talked about it several times in this match of going to the middle of the table and almost forcing Zheng deep onto hit what would be his backhand side. Well, you know, if you're looking at the table from his side, it's his right side, and that opens up that forehand side so much you can almost see consciously LYU Boliang thinking about it on that last shot. All I've got to do is get this ball over on the forehand side, and he's not going to be able to get to it.
And that's why it's so critical at this level of play. Somebody like LYU Boliang, he can fade that ball out to a lefty's wide forehand and really take them out of the point. Then the ball comes back. He has another choice. He can do it again if they've overcompensated, or he can just do that hooking forehand side spin loop wide to the backhand, and generally no one's home at that point.
Right, trying to avoid the 2-point loss here would it be ZHENG Pu right now. LYU Boliang with the serve up 3-0. And of course, if he is able to win without going to the fast 5, it is worth 2 points for his team alpha and all his teammates rather than just 1. So he'd love to close things out here because you get the feeling, Sean, if we do go to a game 5, it's going to be a fast 5.
Exactly. So having the time, the clock element really makes things that much more exciting. ZHENG Pu definitely needs to slow things down a little bit, get his game going. Nice forehand attack there on the third ball.
The serve comes back to LYU Boliang, trailing here in game 4, 3-1, up 3-0.
That ball just goes long, but a very smart shot by ZHENG Pu to go with the deep serve return, get a softer opening, and then trying to counterattack it. Beautiful counterattack there by ZHENG Pu down the line. Excellent play.
And the pen holder now with the serve up a couple of points here in game 4. Like, stay alive and get to a fast 5. They serve that time off the edge of the paddle, and now opening up a 5-2 lead is ZHENG Pu. 26 years of age, 2551 is his USATT rating.
LYU Boliang, excellent job of taking the attack away and then just staying on top of it to get within 2. That ball touched LYU's shirt. Both players noticed it. Great sportsmanship.
Now with the 6-3 lead is ZHENG Pu. And the serve. I really like the way this kid serves the ball too, Sean. It's just he's got that kind of really loose and quick wrist action that I would imagine is creating a tremendous amount of spin on that ball.
Absolutely. And he can move it around, not only put heavy spin on it, but take spin off if he needs to. And then you see that big forehand step around that nice left hook. It looks like if this game proceeds that we could go into a fast 5.
We haven't seen that much where he's been able to step to his right and use that left-handed power, but that was a good example of it there for ZHENG Pu.
But Liu has other ideas. Again, such strong forehand play. If he's able to win this game, it'll be game, set, and match to Team Alpha.
Oh, great shot that time by Zheng, standing right in there, taking a big swing and driving it behind LYU Boliang to take a 9-4 lead here in Game 4. And now with game point and the capacity at least to get to a fast 5. And we've seen, Sean, how the momentum can change in fast 5. So this is big for ZHENG Pu. Staving off 1 point, game point, is LYU Boliang. Now down by 5. Up 3 games to none. Serve stays with ZHENG Pu.
Nice touch there.
Oh, and that goes long after a couple of nice touch shots by both players. And now, having won 3 points in a row, LYU Boliang with the serve trying to come back here, make a comeback in game 4. But it's not going to happen, as winning game 4 is ZHENG Pu. A big win for him at 11-7. Nice forehand that time into the body of LYU Boliang. Ends up winning that game 4 for ZHENG Pu.
And again, nice deep return on the serve and then quickly stepping around to get that strong forehand into play. That's his main weapon right now. See that big wind-up, heavy topspin right into the backhand. And it looks like we will have an opportunity to go into a fast 5.
And this has got to where I think if you're ZHENG Pu, you got to think, you know what, be aggressive. And he's shown that. He's shown that proclivity throughout the entire match, is that even when his back has been to the wall just a bit, he's not afraid to take a big swing. And Sean, we've seen in the fast 5, the person who is able to come out quickly, aggressively, and get that early lead is very important. All right, so here we go.
This is going to be exciting here with ZHENG Pu having the momentum of helping his team not have 2 points go against him, but now to possibly try to steal a game and keep this match going.
And he'll start with the serve. And deep on his backhand side is where he'll do it from. Oh, and first point in fast 5, it gets a big break. LYU Boliang 1-0 off the top of the net and dies.
Oh, lucky break there for Liu. ZHENG Pu had the ball on his paddle exactly where he wanted it. And again, this is a fast 5. You don't have a chance to miss 2 or 3 easy shots. You've got to make every point count.
And of course, the serve switch is on every point. Off the net this time and out. So on the board here in the fast 5 is ZHENG Pu, but the serve back to LYU Boliang.
That's just a real difficult shot there by ZHENG Pu. He's got to cover both angles, down the line and wide to the forehand. Not really sure where Liu is going to go. Try to counterattack it, but just really not that much balance.
Oh, and into the net goes ZHENG Pu, and now LYU Boliang with match point, multiple match points here in the fast five and the serve. And trying to pick up some more points for his Team Alpha teammates.
Net serve.
Oh, and stepping out over the table and winning the match with a drive is LYU Boliang, 5-1 in the fast five, as he takes this match 4-1, picks up another point for Team Alpha and himself heading forward. And it is actually kind of the way that we saw this match play out, Sean, is the second the ball kind of popped up in the middle of the table, LYU Boliang has that move that he was able to put it away.
No problem with a beautiful forehand flip kill. ZHENG Pu played as well as he could to try to get this game extended, but Team Alpha with the victory.
And now Team Alpha with a 12-8 lead and only 2 more regional matchups. So you look at it, Sean, to even things up, Team Omega would have to win without a fast five in both of the 2 remaining matches.
It's going to be tough going down to Los Angeles to see who is able to take their teammates into the finals in Westchester.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. The next one is going to be Kai Zhang playing for Team Alpha against Zhang Jian, and that is going to be at the California Table Tennis Center down in Rosemead, California. For Sean O'Neill, the High Performance Director of USA Table Tennis, I'm Mark Thompson. You've been watching T2 Challenge Season 2. Have a great night, everybody.